Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do your monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Aquarius for June of 2020. I know that for those of you who are used to watching me on my YouTube channel, it's new for me to be posting this entire video on Instagram first. But I wanted to give people, on Instagram an opportunity to check out my videos, because a lot of times they don't make the connection, they don't check out my YouTube channel. So I wanted to do that. And also I want to say too, if you're seeing this on Instagram, it's very easy to send me a DM with your PayPal email address that I can send you an invoice for the time that you want to do a private reading. I want to start booking readings this way. It's really efficient for me to do it that way. If you do send me an email without sending me a payment first, I don't respond. I'm no longer going to be responding to emails without payments. If you're trying to book a reading, you can find out everything about me and about my services on my website, oracledaphne.com. And so this is also going to go beyond June of 2020. I may pick up energies that go longer than that. And hopefully you guys will like this video if you're new to my channel or new to watching me. I am a psychic that has all the psychic gifts, and I had been doing YouTube for a really long time, and then had to make some changes because YouTube changed. So I have a full-time job. I do the readings part-time. So please, like I said, send me a DM if you're seeing this on Instagram with your PayPal email address. I am still offering split payments. So if you wanted a 30-minute reading, you could do a split payment of $50, or you could want to do it for $100, or you could do 45-minute reading, a split payment of $60, and 45 minutes is $120. So those are my prices. Those are the way I said it, just because it keeps it simple, and my clients always like to have more time, so I usually invoice people for $60 if they don't specify. Please specify. If you do DM me, please specify what time you want, and the best email, and then I'll invoice you. Once the invoice comes through, I see that you've made the payment, then just email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. All the information is going to be below to schedule. So let's jump right in, guys. I am also doing charms. I have a new charm collection, and I wanted to do charm readings. So I am going to be offering charm readings for $45, okay? Charm readings only for $45, and it's going to be a shorter reading. So that's coming. Watch for that on my website. I haven't officially set that in stone yet, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. Okay, so I'm just going to lay out the spread here and see what I get. So again, this is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, and moon in Aquarius for June of 2020. And beyond. The interesting part is that there's really nothing too drastic happening, especially the second part of June. I feel like it's going to go by really fast, like really light speed. I actually feel like the second half of June, you're going to be like, I don't know, like in response to this whole COVID thing. I think it could be the COVID thing, but it also could just be where you're functioning at full capacity, where it's like you're really rearing to go. And I feel like, because the outcome's the Chariot, and there's no blockages. So the outcome, you being the Chariot, means like this is going to be go time for you. The second part. This is also good news. The Chariot is also good news. I really like to see the Chariot in the upright position. To me, that is getting the phone call, getting the text message, people getting back to you, things coming through for you. That's what I like to see. That's going to be the second part of June. But I feel like the first part of June, there may be some, I don't know, slight depression. It could be slight depression, slight worry, slight disappointments, slight feeling like a little bit maybe under the weather. You do have the Four of Cups, though, crowning the reading. And to me, this is being kind of out of it. Being not totally 100% like in the present moment. So I feel like the main thing for you, Aquarius, is to really try to stay grounded going into June. Now, some of you may resonate with this right now. Some of you may resonate, you may feel that way right now, and that it is possible for you to have that. But I feel like to me this is a June, because I am saying this is a June energy. It may not have come to pass yet. You may not feel that. There's also an element of the disconnect. The Four of Cups is wallowing, but it's also disconnect, not hearing back, not knowing what's going on, not feeling connected, kind of having a sense of isolation. Some of you may feel like very isolated by either having to, maybe work from home. I work from home now, so there's that, so some of you may, feel kind of isolated or be isolated in some regard. And like the connection to others, there's a disconnect. There's something else, hang on. This is, to me, there's a strong reflective element. To me, the Four of Cups is very reflective. It's very like, how do you see yourself? And do you feel like you're attractive? Do you feel like you're, beautiful? I want to say the word beautiful. I feel like the biggest challenge for you, this is going to sound so strange because there's so much stuff going on, but the biggest challenge for you, Aquarius, is to feel good about yourself. It's to look at yourself in a way where you actually see yourself as pretty or as beautiful or as attractive, or, there's this element of looking in the mirror and going, okay, I actually look good, or, maybe there's something about your appearance that you don't like, or maybe this is like a good time to maybe think about getting your hair done. A lot of people haven't been able to go to like the beauty places because they were closed for a while. So maybe by June they'll be open. You'll be able to go and get your hair done. This is like, there's a strong Pisces element here too. There's a strong water element. The Cups is a water element. So you could be crying a lot. You could be feeling just hormonal. You could be feeling a strong PMS element, but it could just be the emotional aspect, And the weird thing about Aquarius is Aquariuses can be very detached from emotions until one thing triggers it, and then it's like Aquarius has their meltdown. So to me, I don't necessarily feel like this is meltdown. I just feel like some of you may need time to be reflective, maybe do a little yoga, a little journaling, a little bit of where are things going. You may be really needing to think about that. Let's take a look at some of the other elements of what's going on too. I do feel like busy. You're going to be busy, middle to second half of June, if not the entire month of June. Busy, very busy, going to and fro. I feel like busy because we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and he's riding his worm, and this to me is like a car. Okay, so to me, you're in your car and you're going. The Chariot also to me is also, short distance travel, not necessarily long distance travel, but it's travel by road. Could be also travel by boat for some of you. Maybe if you have like a lake or there's a body of water, maybe you're going there. There again, the water element's coming through strongly. You've got this strange King of Pentacles in the reverse in the root position. Strange, strange, strange. Because the thing is the King of Pentacles to me is like the oak tree. And that's like very rooted. And to me in the reverse position is like uprooted, but not uprooted. Because it's still a strong card. Like it's a really positive card in the reverse. Like super elements, like super positive energy. And the King of Pentacles is like the person who's very mature and wise about their spending and very generous. So I don't necessarily feel like, okay, let's just say there was a question of your like, let's just say moving or uprooting or change in residence. I feel like there's going to be enough money. That's what I want to say. There may not have been in the past. There may have been some uprooting in the past, but I don't feel like it's bad. I don't feel like it's something that, and if you're uprooted for whatever reason in June, or if you're trying to save, or if you're trying to me, this is a very positive card for that position, even though it's uprootment. I feel like you're still going to be okay. That's just my feeling. There is some element of waiting, and the clock is very present to me in this, the element of the clock. So timing and time. So it's weird because in the beginning of June, you may have waited for things during the month of May. To me, it's like the month of May is like this weird waiting period, and it might have felt like the I don't know, like the Twilight Zone or something, where it's almost like you feel like maybe like things aren't going to happen, like almost like your life has stopped, and then all of a sudden June hits, and it's just like your life has restarted again. And again, that could be the COVID thing, or that could just be your life, I dropped a couple cards. I don't remember what position these were in, so I'm just going to talk about them. I feel like there is a positive element of communication and work. Those of you who are looking for work, I feel like there's opportunities out there for you in the month of June. You have the Eight of Pentacles. To me, that's stable 40-hour work week. I don't feel like those of you who are watching are going to be, if you have a job, I don't feel like there's going to be changes in your job. Now, those of you who are watching, I'm reading for a lot of people here though, so please remember that. So please remember that this may not be applicable to you, but for the majority here, I feel like the Eight of Pentacles represents this element of working away, and to me, it's also using your creative gifts. So there's something about artistry here. The spider is a beautiful web, so it could be something to do with artwork. The artist thing is coming through strong because we have the Nine of Pentacles also. Nine of Pentacles to me is fame and fortune also. So some of you may actually be in Hollywood. Some of you may actually do things where, you're in the spotlight. To me, this is getting an email, a phone call from someone, maybe a producer, or, maybe for a TV show, or a pilot of something. I don't know. That came through too. The Nine of Pentacles is using your talents and abilities, using your gifts. So some of you may be getting into creative things. Some of you may not have a lot of creativity, but you may want to look into that. Now, the thing is people think creativity and they think, oh, I can't draw a stick figure. And I'm like, no. Creativity is making the best batch of muffins you've ever made in your entire life. Creativity is taking your phone outside and taking some pictures of stuff that the way you see the world. That's creativity, maybe that you had never done before. Creativity is where you you get a piece of string and you tie it to something and you make this little toy, you know, that nobody would have thought of, and you market it for $1 million and everybody loves it. You know, that's creativity. It has nothing to do, it's not so limiting, okay? There is a strong food element. Look at the Six of Cups, which I love. To me, this is taking care of your furry friends. This is maybe going out to eat. Maybe this is, you know, having a get-together. I'm going to say something really funny here. I mentioned this. I was just having like a really bad day. And I was being kind of sarcastic. And this is a sarcastic comment. And on somebody's on Instagram, I don't remember who it was, but I was like, she said something about how she was kind of fed up about the COVID thing, and I was just like, yeah, I'm thinking of having an orgy in my apartment, 10 people at a time. And the funny thing is that you know, I don't want to get like, you know, into all that, but I was just, you know, kind of just fed up with the whole deal. I really just was, and I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh, I think I was talking about having people over, and that's what made me think of like having the orgy, 10 people at a time in your apartment. You know, to each their own. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your boat. I'm not going to judge you. Go for it. Some of you are single parents. I do see that. Know that there's going to be enough. I feel like the message is there's going to be enough for everyone. You may have several mouths to feed. Some of you may have more than one child. I definitely see that. The weird thing about the job thing is there's like 3 cards coming up about the job stuff. So for those of you who are looking for a job, I feel like you're going to find one. That's going to happen. Some of you are going to be actually quitting a job and looking for a new one. There's someone who has the hots for you, or you have the hots for them. Could be an earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. There is a strong health focus, taking good care of yourself. The whole month of June, you are going to be getting things done. To me, that's the main message for Aquarius. You're going to be getting things done. Maybe taking care of your car. Maybe paying your bills. Maybe doing the laundry, the dishes. You know, this is just getting a lot of stuff, you know. There's also this element of like, no more bullshit. You got the no more bullshit card. This is funny. It says like cutting through the BS. And some of you where there's been cheating before, there's no more cheating. I don't see any cheating happening here. I do feel like there's someone that you're going to meet where you're going to be given a real chance by them. Like a real chance to have like a real relationship, to have real, you know, like a real romance. That's kind of what I feel. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that wants to come through, and then I'm going to call it. Okay, so for your charm, you got one of my favorite cards. You can see it's a, did I say cards? It's a charm that's like a bead. It's like a ceramic bead, and it's got a starfish on it. And it kind of matches this kind of beach element of the Chariot. You know, there's like this beach, because, you know, even like a seafood element. But this charm to me indicates peace. It actually indicates harmony. It means that like everything's going to be okay. And some of you need to hear that everything's going to be okay, but like there have been times in my life where I needed to hear that really badly. I needed to know that, like in my heart, I needed to know that it was going to be okay. This could have to do with changes in your job situation. For some of you, not for everyone. Like I said earlier, those of you who have a job, I feel like it is stable. It's very stable because you have that Eight of Pentacles card and there's no blockages. So I don't feel like this uprootment has to do with those of you who have had a stable job. I feel like for those of you who have gone through changes previously, maybe this could have come in May, this could have come in March or April, or even a longer time prior to that. But the thing about this charm is that I bought it because I was just like, I wanted something to symbolize how after a time of stress or hardship or, you know, whatever it was that at that day, like I had had a really rough day and I was like, I need something to represent that it's going to be okay. Like I need to know that it's going to be okay. And I pulled this, you know, like, I bought this thinking like, okay, if I do pull that, that's what it means. It means that everything's going to be all right. So, I like it. It's a really good sign for you. There's a couple other ones that popped out, but, they weren't giving me any messages, which can happen with my charms. The Pegasus wants to come out though. So the Pegasus is another charm that, that I got because it symbolizes transformation. It symbolizes the completion of karma, completing old debts. So there's a sense of freedom that you're going to feel. And the weird thing is that my main message, like overall to everybody, is to embrace your freedom, to embrace whatever freedoms you do have that you even don't even realize you have, whether it's just to go outside and dance around or listen to music. Embrace your freedom. To me, this is freedom, but Aquarius needs to kind of be a little bit like, to remember who they are, to remember what you're here for, to remember that the Aquarius thinks outside the box and is not necessarily buying into what they are told, okay? So, but in general, it's gratitude, it's feeling like you have completed something, and to me, it's a major victory. So those of you who are watching this, it's a really good sign. Definitely. Okay, I think that is all for now. Thank you so much for checking out my video, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you're watching this on YouTube, and hit me up for a reading if you'd like to, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. Bye.